Hello and welcome to traders and investors, and I'm glad to present you the daily market review prepared by analysts and experts from fx.co portal. Here we go. And we're starting with EURUSD as usual. Let's discuss the trading plan with Miroslav Bavulski. To open long positions on EURUSD, PMI data for all Eurozone countries, except Germany for May, were revised upward, which restored bullish momentum to the EURUSD pair. Although it didn't lead to a major upward move, there's still plenty of data ahead that could change the situation. Attention would turn to the ADP employment change data for May, as well as the US services PMI and composite PMI. The day will end with speeches by FOMC members Raphael Bostic and Lisa Cook. In case of a decline on the strong data, focus will shift to defending the 1.1361, formed during the first half of the day support. A false breakout there would be a signal to buy EURUSD, aiming for an update of the high around 1.1413. A breakout and retest of this range would confirm a proper entry point. A move toward the 1.1453. The ultimate target would be 1.1490, where I would take profits. If EURUSD declines and there is no buying activity around 1361, pressure on the pair will return, leading to a larger drop. In that case, bears could push the pair down to 1.1314. Only after a false breakout from would I consider buying the euro. Alternatively, I would open long positions immediately on the rebound from 1.1270, aiming for an intraday upward correction of 30-35 points. To open short positions on EURUSD, sellers did everything they could in the first half of the day, but it wasn't enough to resume the downtrend in the euro. At the same time, it's hard to say that pressure on the euro has fully returned. It's better to wait for the US statistics and the market's reaction before making any decisions. A false breakout near the 1.1413 resistance level will be signal to sell, aiming for a drop toward 1.1361. A breakout and consolidation below this range will be a suitable scenario for selling, targeting 1314. The ultimate target will be 1.1270, where I would take profits. If EURUSD rises in the second half of the day and there is no active bearish action around 1413, where moving averages favoring the bears in a moment are also located slightly below, buyers could achieve a larger rally and update 1.1413 and then 1453. And I would only sell after a failed consolidation at 1453. Alternatively, I plan to open short positions immediately on a rebound from 1.1490, targeting a 30-35 point downward correction. Let's trade with the MACD indicator. It's time for GBPUSD. Jakub Novak presents. Today, you could plan to buy the pound at the entry point around 1.3529. It's a green line on the chart, targeting a rise to 1.3573. Around 35.73, you could plan to exit long positions and open sell positions in the opposite direction, aiming for a 30-35 point pullback from that level. Pound growth today is likely only after weak US data. Before buying, make sure that the MACD line indicator is above the zero mark and just beginning to rise. You could also plan to buy the pound today in case of 2 consecutive price tests of the 1.3506, when the MACD is in an oversold territory. This will limit the downward potential of the pair and lead to a market reversal upward. Growth can be expected toward the opposite levels of 1.3529 and 1.3573. You could plan to sell the pound today after the 1.3506 level is updated. It's a red line on the chart, which should quickly push the pair lower. The key target for sellers will be 1.3458, where you will exit short positions and immediately open long positions in the opposite direction, aiming for a 20-25 point pullback from that level. Sellers are expected to show strength if strong statistics are released. Before selling, make sure that the MACD line is below the zero mark and just beginning to decline. You could also plan to sell the pound today in case of 2 consecutive price tests of 1.3529, when the MACD is in overbought territory. This will limit the pair's upward potential and lead to a market reversal downward. A decline toward the opposite levels of 1.3506 and 3458 can be expected. That's all for today. Wish you best of luck.